the cornfields whispered. Not with the rustle of wind, but with fear. Calkins Creek, Iowa was a town where nothing happened. Until now. Beneath a blood-red moon, a coven gathered. Robed figures, their hoods pulled back to reveal faces twisted with hate. They were the serpents of Satan, a splinter cell of the KKK, dabbling in things man was not meant to know. Their leader, a man named Caleb, eyes burning with fanaticism, raised a hand. He held a skull, polished and gleaming, runes etched into its surface. The air crackled. Caleb began to chant, his voice a guttural rasp, echoing in the night. The ground trembled. From the skull, a plume of black smoke erupted, swirling and twisting, taking on a life of its own. Caleb smiled, a chilling, mirthless expression. He had made a deal, traded his soul and the souls of his brethren for power. The power to cleanse the world, to remake it in the image of his twisted ideology. He had summoned the harbingers of hate, Nazi demons from the darkest pits of hell, their souls still burning with the fires of the Third Reich. The smoke coalesced, solidified, demons materialized, their forms grotesque parodies of men, clad in the tattered remnants of SS uniforms. Their eyes glowed with malevolent glee, their laughter a chorus of screams. They had been promised a world to conquer, a world to purge. And they were eager to begin. At their head stood a figure more imposing, more terrifying than the others. Hauptsturmführer Kruger, a demon of pure malice, his face a mask of cruelty, a swastika carved into his forehead. He had tasted power in life, had orchestrated unspeakable horrors. Death had only amplified his hatred, his desire to see the world burn.
This world will be cleansed, your pathetic race will be eradicated, the Master will rule.
His laughter echoed across the field, a promise of pain and suffering. The demons roared their approval, eager to unleash their fury. Miles away, in the quiet sanctuary of the Calkins Creek Library, Martha Red Cloud felt a chill. A librarian by trade, a shaman by heritage, she was a keeper of stories, a guardian against the darkness that lurked at the edges of the world. And tonight, the darkness was close. Very close. She gathered her friends, a disparate group united by loyalty and a shared sense of foreboding. There was Thomas the mechanic, his hands calloused but strong. Mary the schoolteacher, her sharp mind a weapon against ignorance. And old Abe, a Vietnam vet, haunted by the past yet ready to face any threat. Martha opened an ancient tome, its pages filled with cryptic symbols and faded script. She had hoped to never use this knowledge, but the time had come. She began to chant, her voice a low, rhythmic murmur, weaving a spell of protection, a call for aid, a call to warriors, their spirits echoing through time, their strength needed to combat the encroaching darkness. The air shimmered. Before the coven, 7 figures materialized, a samurai master, his katana gleaming under the blood-red moon, a voodoo priest, his eyes filled with ancient power, an American army soldier, his M1 Garand at the ready, a pirate captain, his cutlass dripping with the chill of the sea, a medieval knight, his armor dented but unbroken, a Viking warrior, his axe thirsty for battle, and Annie Oakley, her rifle steady, her aim true. They were a mismatched bunch, these warriors drawn from the annals of history, but they were united by a common enemy, a shared purpose, to defend this world from the forces of darkness. The battle began, the clash of steel against bone, of bullets against unholy flesh. The cornfield became a battleground, the air thick with the scent of blood and fear.